The name of the show is The Way to Go. My name is Alan Bendich. I'm going to be your host. Tonight we have a supermodel from the Petite Modeling Agency, Miss Kiana Bryant, and she's also an actress. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, it's wonderful. Another friend of JT's. It's
Yes,
well, JT
Excuse
I'm
me.
very fortunate that JT brings me such beautiful women to the show and talented women.
Yes.
So you're a model,
Yes, correct.
and you're also an actress,
Correct.
and you're also not from the New York area. Is that correct?
Yes, correct again.
Okay, so you're from the Midwest, correct?
Correct.
Where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, and what made you take the trek from St. Louis, Missouri, to the Big Apple?
Oh my God. Oh, this is a story. Oh, what a journey. I used to model when I was younger. And like 5 and 6, I used to,
Really?
yes, I used to model. My mother told me this guy was like, oh, call her up. And it's like, oh, can she come take pictures? And, I used to model in the mall, River Rose Mall, which is closed down right now in St. Louis.
Yes.
And I used to model there and for J.C. Penney's. And my mother afterwards, she went away for a little while. And right after that, and the man told her, his mother told her if, it was so mean.
What did she say?
No, his mother told her if he helped me make it, that my mother was gonna fire him.
Right.
And so I never heard from him again. And after,
I have a question. So you were modeling for J.C. Penney. Was it print modeling or was it?
no, it was runway.
Oh, it was runway.
Yeah, I remember, and I used to ask my mother questions like what I used to do when I was younger.
I can imagine.
And and I always.
Is there any videotape of it?
Yes, and she been trying to find it. They took it. Somebody in the family then took the video.
I'm sure. I mean, God, you're a 5-year-old beautiful girl. We're going down the runway.
Yeah, we
my
did the
God.
runway, and I did the runway, and I used to sing. I won a talent show singing Superwoman. But I'm not into really singing,
Right.
but I do. I love music. I live in a studio. I like the CEO type. Oh, that's a hit.
Right.
Have an ear for music. But I had it's.
So tell me. So you were in Missouri. So after your early modeling, when you were 5 years old, did you continue modeling afterwards?
No, I took a break. I was in a relationship for a long time, and when we broke up, I was my granny got me a house and had me a '07 Mustang. I was a little brat. I'm a granny's baby. All I know is my sweet lady, and when me and my ex-boyfriend broke up, I was at home and I was praying to the Lord. I'm like, Lord, where I'm supposed to be? People think I do something, and I'm just me. You know how I represent myself. I like dressing, the fashion. You have your own style and swag and stuff. Right. And I wanted to give me a label and brand myself. So I prayed to God and I asked him, Lord, please send me in a direction where I'm supposed to be because, excuse me, I always wanted to do my modeling and, excuse me.
We'll take a sip because nothing. See, I told you the water. You said you didn't want the water,
I
but
know,
the
right?
water's the good thing.
Said save you sometimes, right?
Yep.
Thank you.
My pleasure. So tell me. Continue, please.
And so I got in a phone book and I just started looking up at, how can I get into this modeling? What I'm supposed to do. I'm from Missouri, so it's Missouri is a, small industry in a fashion, but it's getting bigger now.
Right.
And so I just looked up John Robert Powers, and my granny paying $500 for headshots, and then they say you need body shots. I'm like, oh my God, where am I get these body shots from? I don't know nothing. I didn't know anything.
Right.
And my cousin, God family, my cousin, he told me that his friend was doing a photo shoot in a club. And I was like, I'm gonna go. This is my first photo shoot. I was really excited.
Right.
So I went and did my photo shoot. I met a photographer named Hot Rod. And did the photo shoot. He called me the next day
Right.
for a casting. This guy named Fortune, he had an agency called Dream Girls. You know, it was like I'd say about 5 or 6 of us.
Right.
And he had an office in downtown St. Louis. And it was nice. He taught us how to guerrilla market. We took pictures for Dasani Waters, and I was networking, and it was like this where I wanted to do more and more. And I used to drive out for castings, and when I drove to Kansas City, did a fashion show in Kansas City, I go to Atlanta, like all over, because I know it's bigger than the Lou.
That's it.
I know it's bigger than home, you know.
Right.
And the year 2011, earlier that year, I was going to Atlanta because I either was going to move to Atlanta or New York to
Right.
pursue my modeling and acting. And I was with like a bogus agency in Atlanta. Oh my God, you know, it's bogus agencies everywhere. We got to
know.
search for the right ones. And so I was like, forget Atlanta. Atlanta pissed me off. So
It's okay.
that summer,
Right.
I come to New York, and I had acting classes.
Summer of 2012?
No, summer of 2011.
Okay, so then you moved to New York in 2011.
Correct.
Where'd you move to?
I just drove into the city.
Right.
I had an assistant with me and everything. Like I was ready. I was going. Actually, I was in college. I was going to Missouri College, and you know, and I got enough to head out. I was out. You know. So I got on the highway, hopped in my Black Pearl. I call her Black Pearl.
Right.
My old school classic. I'm like a car freak. So I drove up here from St. Louis, and
All by yourself?
no, I had an assistant with me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, I
okay.
had an assistant with me, and because she was a young girl, and I wanted to, you know, show she had kids, and I like helping people. I help
And it's
people
good to have
more than
someone who you could
myself.
be with. I mean,
Yes.
it's also like,
Yeah, I
like bringing
needed
your own
some-
family, kind of. Right?
And I wanted her, you know, to show her a different world, and you know, because we women, you know.
That's it.
And I got on the highway, and she came with me, and I.
So where did you
acting class.
wind up? Like, what
Oh my
borough did you-
God. I stayed in Queens for a week
Right.
at the La Quinta,
Yeah.
paying
Oh.
$100 a night. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then I ended up in Harlem. So I love my Harlem world. Harlem blessed me.
Where in Harlem?
I was in St. Nick's Projects.
Okay,
I
'cause-
never lived in the
No, 'cause
projects in my life.
No, I know Harlem. I know Lenox Terrace. I know Delano Village,
Yes.
141st Street, Lenox. I mean, I used to deliver laundry there when I was a kid. So
No, I was in a neighborhood.
yeah, it's pretty deep over there, definitely. It's,
Yeah, no, but it was really nice. They welcomed me. Like
That's good.
Harlem, like welcomed me with open arms. Like
So
I
you found
love
home.
my home.
That's good.
Yes, that's home is Harlem
That's it. That's awesome.
in
So-
New York.
So how did you? Okay, so you got here. How did you? When did you first meet JT? I'm curious.
I met JT. It's so crazy. I think I met JT like some years ago, like about 3 or 4 years ago.
Really?
At a fashion event
right,
because
'cause he
all I
did-
do is fashion. Like I come here to do my runway to open up the doors for petite models and get off into my acting, and that's all I do.
How many
That's all I
petite
know
models
is my
are there?
fashion. Huh?
How many models are there?
Oh, petite models, they've been coming out a lot. I've
mean,
been
that's-
bringing them out. Like, I've been here for 5 years.
Right.
And I used to be the only petite model, slaying, you know, ripping the runway.
Right.
And I be the smallest one. I love it. You know, I think I'm taller than a 6-foot model. You know, because I feel like it's not about the height, weight, or size. It's about can you sell that garment, you know? And they open up the doors for plus size models. So, you know, petite models need to bust through the doors.
Absolutely. There's so
So,
many. I mean, I'm a short
that's
person.
my- Petite,
there's-
petite.
I'm-
Well, you can say short. You're a man.
Right, but
so,
there are, I think there's more people who are not tall than there are that are tall. I mean,
Correct.
that's it. So, and so why? Yeah, how could you market to short people or petite people if you're like 6 feet tall? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
I think with me, it's
Yes.
about the confidence
Right.
and believing in yourself. Because when I planned to come to New York, and you know, when I started doing my modeling back at home, and people told me like, "You modeling? You too short. You can't model." I'm like, I can model. Like, I'm gonna show you just, you know, you let people talk, you know. And so that was my drive because people said that I couldn't do it.
So are you
And
going to open up an agency, do you think?
I don't know. People keep asking me
I
like
think
I
that,
need
I
to
mean,
do
you
like
have,
some mentoring. Like, I
you
get
should
phone
do it.
calls and Facebook, and you know, people ask me how to get into modeling, and because it's real, people think it's easy, and it's not easy, and it's a drive, and it's a struggle, and you have to prepare yourself, mind, body, and soul for this just, you know, cutthroat, you know, business. And it's not all, I ain't gonna say all the way cutthroat, but you know how business
Right.
is,
I know.
speaking,
I lived in
being
Hollywood
real.
for 8 years.
Yeah, so you know, right?
Right.
So it's about believing in yourself and just not giving up. And no matter what obstacles come your way, you have to kick down the doors. Like, you gotta fight the wolves off.
I
Like, no
think you
matter
should really.
what.
I think you really should start your. I mean, you have a
I want to
message.
be
You could be
more
a mentor.
so. Yeah, one of my photographers told me like I should mentor.
But maybe you
And
should really put an agency together. Of you know, I mean, because I'm sure you could teach people this
yeah,
stuff.
I want to have like hold a class like to prepare upcoming models for as mind wise and thinking wise on, you know, how to represent themselves in this industry, you know, because it's called do's and don'ts, you know, on and off. And you know, some don't understand that because they, you know, they a little spoiled, or somebody told them they was too cute, you know, or you
Right.
know, to do, you know. And it's not about being
But I could see.
cute.
I mean, not that it
Or
means anything. I think.
yeah,
I mean, you know the
it's hard
business.
work. Like, it's not easy,
You know
you
the
know.
business. I mean, and I mean, I really. I mean, I hope that you could like not just inspire, but you know, really, you could probably get a bunch of people together and sell it. I mean, I think that
I'm
would be
looking
good.
for you. I'm looking into, you know, every day moving, prepare myself for the next level.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like
That's a step maybe
everything
down.
is.
Right.
I'm open, you know, and if I have that sponsor, like, come on, Kiana, we're gonna do this, and this what you're gonna do. I'm like, yes, because I haven't. I freelance. I haven't. I'm like not with an agency,
Right.
and it's so crazy because people ask me like who I manage. I'm like manage myself just for, but I like need like a manager, agent. You know, when you
Oh yeah,
want
you
to
do.
be more in like on the professional levels, like with the Vogue and the Gucci. You know,
Right. Same
those
thing with
type of
like
designers.
also, you know, if you want to
And
be in commercials, the same thing.
yes,
You need someone to represent.
yes, and I do want to do commercials.
Right. That's where the money. That's
Yes,
where.
that's where the money
I mean, you
is.
work a day and you
But
can make $50,000. You know.
right.
That's.
And no, that's my next step. But my ultimate goal was to open up the doors for petite models because they like look past us and oh, you just do the print work, and you know, like, we more than print. We can rip the
Well,
runway
I think
too.
you know you have a
So,
strong voice. I think you should do
and
it. I really think you should.
I've been since I've been in New York, I've been the smallest model, and like these past year or two, they've been bringing out these petite models, and I've been so happy and so excited that they've been noticing petite models, and it's just really exciting. And I'm waiting on to like throw a big show to have just 20, 30 petite models to just lay the
You
runway.
should produce the show.
Yes,
That's what you
yeah,
should do.
and you have to be there too. Maybe you'll produce it.
We'll see what happens.
Bring on the team.
So the other thing you do is you're an actress, correct?
Correct, yes.
And I've heard that you actually you're in a show that I was dying to get in, but I didn't get into, which is The Fifth Borough.
Yes,
What an awesome! I mean, you have people who are, I believe, from The Godfather in that movie. I know that you have people from The Sopranos in that
yes,
movie.
it's some nice
Stephen
big.
Stanulus is in that movie. He made it. I think
Yes,
he's the produced
it.
it.
Yes,
I mean, you have
was
some
behind
incredible
the
actors, right?
Yes.
And you, which is an incredible. I mean, so what was it like to be in that?
it was
that show.
exciting. It was different because when JT first told me like the scene, he was like, "Oh, it's a stripper scene." I said, "Stripper scene? I don't even go to strip clubs. What are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't know
strip? I
that's-
don't do
oh,
no
that's- oh.
stripper stuff." So
But it's for TV, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's acting. So,
right.
I was open. If I was actually closed-minded
Right.
and he came to me and said, "Oh, you're gonna do a strip," and I'd be like, "No,
Right. But this
I'm
is like
not
a real
doing
deal.
that."
This is a real
So,
deal. I mean, you know who's going to
right,
see this? Now,
yes.
all this
On
this one,
AMC, I'm like really excited.
all
I'm just
these,
like,
it's unbelievable. I mean, a lot of times you hear that things are going to be seen. This one's going to be seen by networks, and it's
I'm really amazed because I really actually didn't strip,
Right.
but
But
I
you
did
dance. But you did
yeah,
dance.
I did do a sexy dance.
That's it. Well, a lot of people are going to see it, and they're going to appreciate it. I know that, and Steve Staniels puts together. I mean, I know he was like he was affiliated with the Kardashians at one point. I mean, this guy knows a lot of people, and it should be very interesting. Should be
Yes,
very interesting.
I cannot wait to see it. I'm shell shocked.
And you're also you're in a project that I'm in, which is pretty cool. And it's up on
Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill. There it
Yes,
is.
we're doing a palette tomorrow. I have a gangster role.
Yeah, I'm playing
Yes.
a restaurant owner in that, but it's pretty cool. And Sugar Hill, I think that's in Manhattan, right?
Correct. That's in Harlem.
That's in Harlem. That's
Yes.
it. And it's a Harlem-based series. Mm-hmm. And I remember going for the audition, and it was. I was even at this stage of my life, I get a little nervous at auditions, but I got the part, which was awesome, and it made me feel really good. And working with unbelievable people, very talented people,
Yes.
and some people that I've worked with in the past, and some people that I haven't worked with, which is nice. It's nice to broaden, your community.
Yeah, like that's why I moved to New York because it's very diverse, and my city, is like closed off. It's
Right.
black, it's whites, and that's how my city is, and that's how it's been. And there's just certain places we
Missouri?
don't go. Yes,
Yeah.
and that's why I love New York because they really can't judge you, and they have. It's a diverse city. It's cultures like all over the world.
But
and
but we still have Donald Trump who resides
Oh
here.
Don't
Don't
do
start.
it.
Don't start.
Don't start.
Okay,
Don't
no,
start. I woke
forget
up
I
with
said-
I woke up with a migraine. Oh my God.
I forgot this. That when my parents got married, my father started enlisted in World War II 2 weeks after they got married. He was based in Neosho, Missouri, and I don't even know where that is relative to where
It's
you.
Missouri has a lot of small, off-known towns,
Right.
and Republican always win.
Yeah, but my father during World War II, before he went overseas, was stationed in Missouri for basic training.
Yes, they have the base in Missouri.
And that's where he was, and then he went to Europe. So so I have a connection. Before I was born, my parents lived in Missouri as well for a while until he got his training, and then he was off to World War II. Which is pretty cool.
But
So-
he's still here.
Yeah, he's 101 years old, right?
Hey,
and he's
God
still and he's
bless
doing it.
him.
He's on and he's
God
he's
bless
done
his heart.
70 episodes of this show.
Keeping it
70.
live.
That's it. He's doing it.
Yes.
So other than there's you've done other projects. Have you filmed other projects?
No, I had a 6-week acting classes with Matt Newton.
Oh, cool.
That's what brought me here.
Right.
And it was like, if I can stay, if I can make it, if I can survive, I'm staying.
Right.
And I had all my summer clothes in the trunk.
That's it.
All my summer clothes. And it was like, if I can make it every day, I
Well,
meet people.
it's getting to be winter.
Yes. Man, that was 5 years ago.
Oh, that's 5 years ago, right?
5 years ago, summer.
Well, yeah. So you're here 5 years. So you're a New Yorker now.
That's what they say. My family say, New Yorkers stole you from us.
I remember when I was in Hollywood, I still had my accent from New York. So everyone's, "Are you from Brooklyn?" I said, "No, I'm from the Bronx." They couldn't tell the
Are
difference.
you from the Bronx?
I'm from the Bronx. That's where I'm from. But it was funny that everyone in California, because they couldn't distinguish between a New York accent, Bronx or Brooklyn, everyone assumed that I was from Brooklyn. But
No, you probably had that type of swag or that attitude.
That's a long
to
time
be
ago.
like a Brooklyn.
well, Bronx was
We
pretty
ain't gonna
tough
talk
back then
about
too.
those days.
No, but the Bronx was tough back in the
Yes,
60s and 70s. Forget it. I'm telling you, it was pretty crazy. It was crazy.
I can just imagine. I
So,
watched New Jack City.
oh yeah, that was fun. So what's your goals? I mean, I know that.
My goal
Yeah.
is to, like I told you, my ultimate goal is to open up doors for petite models.
But how about with your acting? Is
With
there?
my acting, oh my God, acting is like something natural for me. So they just say, just be yourself.
That's it.
Like I feel like my life always was a movie all my life. I have story for days, from drama to sad to the action to everything. Like I have story for days, but my acting, I really want to be on like big films and be on a series and get off into my acting. That and be like, oh, you're the next Jada Pinkett, oh, the Halle Berry. I get the old school souls.
Yeah,
And
that'd be great. But you know, I think I've known people who have made it when I was living in Hollywood, and people actually continue to make it, and it's the people that never give up.
yes,
Because it's a tough
we
because
cannot give up.
if you give up, then then you do what I did. I gave up for 22 years, and I became an accountant. So. I'm so happy to be back in it again. Even
I'm
at this
glad you're
stage.
back too, because I'm sitting here with you.
So I'm happy that JT actually. I had no idea. JT said you have to bring her on the show. She's going to tell you unbelievable stories of how she came from Missouri to New
My
York.
motivation, what really give me my motivation through my journey,
Yes.
is my sweet lady, which is my granny. She passed away 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I'm just a granny baby. That's all I know is my granny. I was her little baby, her little superstar. And, I remember, just my stories. And I always wanted to make her happy. And I know that she was getting really sick. And so I had to show her that I can make it on my own. So I did my big push, Rest in peace. I know she like really watching down on me, and I have to keep a smile on her face because that's my drive. This is our journey. Like she is my story. She made me who I am today.
That's wonderful.
So I'm like really, anything I do is for my sweet lady and for us, And I do have a little brother and a mother.
So you have a young brother? You have a younger
Yes,
brother?
I have a younger brother.
So that was my next question, if you had
I'm
any
sorry.
siblings. No, it's okay. It's okay. How did your family react when you decided to get up and
Oh my
move,
God,
move
they
cross
tell
country?
me I was crazy. They like, you going to New York? You don't know nobody? I'm like, no, I'm walking in the Lord's footsteps. I'm walking in faith.
Right.
Who I'm supposed to meet, that's who I'm supposed to meet.
Because it is it's
That's
a
all I
dangerous
know.
thing. I mean, but if you're strong enough, I went to California by myself, so it's the opposite way. But it's a challenge. It's
I
an
have scary
adventure.
days.
It's an adventure.
Yes. I have my scary times because I didn't know anyone. And, if anybody ever lived in New York, they know how New York, live. And it's been a different experience, a different struggle from where I come from.
Right.
Because I'm used to houses and, cars and stuff. Like, I first come up, I was driving everywhere. Then I had to get on the train when the car break down. So I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, but you learn quick. I mean,
like
the
it.
subway's good.
Yeah. But I met people,
Right.
being on the subway, I had to get out, my element because but it's a different struggle, a different life. You see different things, meet a lot of people. It's a lot of history.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in Missouri, you must have come from a town that didn't have that many people. I mean, relative to New York.
No, it's space, and Missouri is really small, and
I've never been there.
I mean everybody know everybody, you know how it is.
And
like
in New York, nobody knows anybody. That's
no, in New York, in this fashion industry,
Oh, yeah.
when you'll end up meeting in the same circle.
Right. Same thing through JT. I know thousands of people. It's
Yeah, and actually he told me it was like almost 10 people that know me that he worked with.
It's weird.
I'm so amazed. I'm like, oh wow, like I'm really
Well, I know that he does
amazed
work with people in the
that-
fashion industry, because I never went to the shows, but I know that he would go to many fashion shows over the course of the last 5 years that I've known him. It was
Mm-hmm.
like constantly going to shows. Matter of fact, one of his partners has a fashion show that he goes to. So you should
Yes,
speak to him.
Catherine. Yeah,
Oh, I know Catherine.
we
She
doing
was-
a show Sunday.
She was on this show too.
Yes, so
Catherine
come out and
Schiller.
see me on Sunday. It's a show on Sunday.
Well, Sunday I'm shooting scriptless, so I don't think I'll be able
Oh
to.
yes, because I was gonna come, but
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to do the fashion show.
JT told me that you weren't going to make it.
I would have loved to do it.
No, well, it's not like there's not going to be another episode. That's one
Yes.
thing, is that as long as I could still carry.
As long as you
the-
cast me for the next one, I'm there.
Okay, it'll be fun, and there's always going to be a next one. That's how I look at it, because
Yes.
I think it gives me, just like I'm sure that. Could you think of a life without modeling, or could you think of a life without acting?
No, because
That's
this
it.
all I know is fashion and style, because it's me. Like, I feel like fashion is you, your personality, what you have to bring to the table. Like,
Right.
your own style. Like, and people have their own creativity in their unique way, or how they like to feel, or how they like to dress. And
That's it.
I love it. Like, I will, like, if I take someone out and they don't dress a par,
Right.
I will give them a makeover.
Well, right. So, and to me also, if I didn't
love
have
it.
if I didn't have the stuff that makes me happy, what's the sense of living? Like, I mean, if you can't do the things that give you pleasure in life, then you're doing things that are giving you things that aren't pleasurable to do.
Right.
And you have a choice. And
Yes, we do have a choice. That's what
it.
people fail to realize, that we do have a choice.
That's it.
And life is what we make it, and we walk in our footsteps. So live life, the life that you want to live. Because, when you're growing up, people want you to live or do their dreams, or what they wanted to do. And that's how, with the kids. And it's unfair to the kids because we have a choice. Thank you so much for letting the world know that we have a choice.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
For real.
And
because
I have two kids.
It's
I've done that too.
unfair.
I used to try to, I was trying to push them to go in one direction, but they find themselves, and they find their own beauty in life, and they find their own direction, and it's very important. And it's,
Right, because we do have, when you young, they like, you don't have a voice, like, you just do what the parents say, that's it. Like.
But the best part is to break away. It's rough for the parents, but the best thing for kids is to break away from the parents.
But that's why I love, like, I had the best granny in the world. That's why I love her, because she let me live life. Like, I didn't have to, like, sneak around, or, she let me live life. She wanted me to live life and learn.
She sounds like a wonderful person.
She was very wonderful, very spiritual lady, like, very
And it
spiritual.
sounds like she loved you a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. And it's been a great interview. I really enjoyed having you on the show, but unfortunately there's just one thing left to say. That's a wrap. Good night, folks.
Sweet thing, honey pie, looking good, caught my eye. I dig your vibe, your smile. Come here, let's talk